everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer. And today is a sneak peek of the Natasha Denona Glam Face palette. If you're interested in seeing that, just stay tuned. So, as I said, we're looking at the Natasha Denona Glam Face palette. Now, the sticker on the back of this says Natasha Denona Glam Face palette in dark. I don't know if that indicates there's going to be a light, or maybe they're just going to keep it this way. I don't know. We will see. But I will show you what it looks like on the inside, at least the one I have right now. Now, there has been a lot of sneak peeks of this on Instagram. People have been showing it. I believe even Sephora showed it or something like that. So the top part here has this little plastic shield that comes up, which I do like. When you have products that are supposed to be, separate and apart from other products, whether they're cream products or not, it's great to have like that shield so that they all don't get into one another. So this palette is referred to as an eye and cheek essential. So I'm gonna guess this is a blush, this is a highlighter, and these are the eyeshadow shades. It says cream blush and star glow. I don't know what star glow means, but I assume it's highlighter. So again, this is cream blush. This is Star Glow. I'm assuming this is the blush. This is the highlighter. And here are the eyeshadow shades. We have Outer Corner, Transition, Smoke, Inner Corner, and Crease. Now, I hate when she uses the, well, I shouldn't say hate. I dislike when she uses those terms because I feel like depending on who you are, you're going to have a very different idea of what a transition shade is, or a crease shade, or any other shade. So I understand why that was done, because a lot of people who are playing with makeup, they feel like they don't know where to put things, and so if it says inner corner or transition, it's clear, and I get that, I really do. It's just that the idea of a transition or a crease or an inner corner is based on the look you're trying to create and your skin tone. So, for example, this shade right here, this transition shade, that is a deep shade for me. Now, somebody who is a much deeper skin tone, that might be a perfect, quote, transition shade. So that's why I don't like the term. I would prefer you just name it whatever you're going to name it, and then the person using the makeup can decide where and what they want to do with it. I'm not like offended by inner crease transitions. She did it in another palette. I forget which one it was. I had the same thing. I'm like, it depends on, on your skin tone. So anyway, this is obviously meant to be for a deeper skin tone. I'm hoping that there's a light version of this that I can pick up and try out. But in the meantime, we have the deeper version. So I am going to try it out on my skin tone, which means I'm going to go very light with it, obviously. All right, so let me show you the cream blush. That's the shade. It is a cream, but it's very powdery cream. It's not like it doesn't feel like a traditional cream. Now that shade, I went in lightly. I'm going to have to go very lightly with that, or it's going to look very stark on my skin. So this is great, because this might actually, a lot of times a lot of palettes don't work for people with deeper skin tones. So this is great that this exists. I'm just going to say on me, it's probably going to be a little too deep. Okay, so this is Star Glow, which I assume is the highlighter, which again will be too deep for me, but I think it'll work for a lot of people. I'm going to kind of use it I'm going to use a very, very fluffy brush to put this on with. In fact, I'm going to use a very fluffy brush to put both of these on with. So let's start that process. Okay, so highlighter. And if you're asking, well, then why did you pick up the dark version? Is because that was the only one that was available for me to get and try out early. Again, I don't even know if there is going to be a different version of this. This might be the only version of it, which is fine. So I don't have any idea. Let's take the highlighting brush. This is a Chikuhodo Z05. I'm going to go very carefully with this brush. Yeah, that works. if I just go lightly, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Pat McGrath. It reminds me of the Pat McGrath highlighter. The new one, the Lunar Nude, very similar. And I'll have to do some, when this is officially launched, I'll do some swatch comparisons with this and the Pat McGrath on my IG. But you can see, I can absolutely wear this, and I'm pale. But, you know, I went in super light with a super soft brush. This is gonna work on a lot of people, which is awesome. All right, so let's do the blush. This is a cream blush. So the problem is, I don't wanna use my Chikuhodo brushes. I wanna use like a synthetic. I know what I'll do. I'll just use I'm just gonna use my fingers. I'm just gonna do that because I feel like that is the easiest way for me to like manage this. Yeah, if I just do super, and I mean, like I'm going in like very, very lightly with this. Just to give myself a flush. Yeah, this is gonna be great for a lot of folks. And again, I think you can use this if you're pale like I am. I just think you have to be, you know, unless you want something a lot more, I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with having it a little bit deeper if you like that. Oh, that's beautiful. That looks really nice, actually. I'm impressed. It's a beautiful glow. Nice flush for the cheeks. All right. And like I said, it has this cover on it for the cream blush. All right, so let me swatch the eyeshadow shades and we'll do an eyeshadow look. I don't know. I guess I will put some bronzer on. I'll put some bronzer on in a minute. All right, so let's show the outer corner shade first. And that's the outer corner shade. It's like a sparkly shade. Transition shade is a creamy matte. At least I think it's a creamy matte. Does it say on the back of here? Oh my goodness, it does. Like, I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on. All right, so outer corner is a KS. What the heck is a KS? I don't even know what a KS is. Anyone know what a KS is? I don't know. The outer corner is a KS. Transition is a creamy matte. The smoke is a creamy matte. The inner corner is a KS. And the crease is a creamy matte. What the heck is a KS? Why do I not know that? To look it up. This is a smoke, which is a creamy matte. KS. I'm gonna go like look it up and then I'm gonna be like, my goodness, Jennifer, how stupid are you? This is inner corner. And then this is crease. They are beautiful shades. And I think absolutely, I can use them and I can create a beautiful look with them. I think this is a palette the face palette that a lot of people can use. AS. I know it's like a metallic type of shade. I can tell by, you know, the way I put it on my arm. It's like a sparkly shade, but I don't know what KS is. All right, well, we'll find out later. All right, so let me put on a little bit of bronzer. There we go. I have to say, I'm really impressed by this highlighter. Like, look at that. And the blush worked really well when I just put it on with my fingers. It was nice. Okay, I'm kind of impressed. All right, so let's use this is the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy collection. This is A503, big round fluffy brush. And we're gonna go into the transition shade. We're gonna try it out, how she's laid this out for us. And look how beautiful that is. That's a crease shade. Again, I mean a transition shade. All I did was really sheer it out and continued to buff it in and used very little of it. Obviously, this has a lot more pigment that you can, if I went in with a denser brush and if I put more on my brush, you could get a much deeper look with it. But I'm basically taking this palette and adjusting it for my skin tone. All right, so then I'm gonna go in with the crease shade, same brush, again, tapping off, and intensifying this crease. Really like these brushes by BK Beauty and Angie Hot and Flashy. They did a really good job. They are soft, but they work. They perform really well, and they don't irritate my skin. I have very sensitive skin. I find that, yeah, they work really nicely. The crease shade on the other side, again, tapping off excess. Yeah, these are great warm, neutral shades, you know, browns. And I know that they're not, I mean, they're not like revolutionary shades, but they are very pretty. I'll have to look and see if these exist in her Glam palette, you know, the same shades. I'll make sure that information is down below. I mean, this is the Glam Face palette, so it wouldn't be a shock if these shades also exist in the Glam eyeshadow palette. It doesn't say on the back here, but I do have the numbers, so I can double check. And I'll make sure, like I said, in the description, as I'm talking, when I go back and edit, I'll make sure that if these shades exist in the Glam eyeshadow palette, that, you know that. All right, so that is the transition and crease shade. Now, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. The inner corner shade and the outer corner shade. The inner corner shade I will use for inner corner, but I'm gonna use the outer corner shade for my lid, and I'm gonna use the smoke shade to smoke out my eye, like, you know, the lash line and stuff. So let's do the eye first. This is the BK Angie Hot and Flashy A502. It's like a little pointed brush, but I think it works well on the lid. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. Let's see how this works, because this is the KS shade, which I'm not even sure what that is. I still don't know, I have to look it up. I feel like when I look it up and I realize what it is, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Like I should have known it, but I didn't. It's some type of metallic. I mean, that I got, but I don't know what the abbreviation is. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay. I mean, I love her Glam palette, I have to say. Her eyeshadow palette. It's so pretty. So these shades are like right up my alley. They're, you know, they're warm toned, almost like copper shades. They're really nice. Just going in and like creating a good crease there, just making sure it's, you know, nice and clean, buffed out kind of thing. All right. So then we'll take the inner corner, put that like bright shade, put that on the inner corner, and I might even use this like as a topper over the eye. We'll see. That's really pretty. Yeah, it's a nice shade. Yeah, I might use it as a topper on top of the eye. All right, so let's take the crease. So what I'm gonna do, I mean the smoke shade. So I'm gonna do the smoke shade is I'm gonna take the same brush. This is the A5, is it 502? 504. 504, the one that we use for the lid. Just cleaned it off. And I'm gonna take this and just run it on the outer corner of the eye here. Kind of swirl it a little. Smoke out the outer corner. Do the same thing on the other side. Oh, that's really nice. I'm gonna gently drag it into the crease just a little. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, let me line, let's do the lower lash line with that same shade. I'll be honest with you guys, when I picked this up, I picked it up because I was able to get, you know, I was able to get it early, and I certainly love to be able to show you things early if I can. But I realized since it was, you know, I think this one's meant for deeper skin tones, that it might not work for me. And I was like, well, that's fine. You know, I can at least show folks what it would look like on me, and you can see the shades. But honestly, I love this. I think this is beautiful. I think it looks great. And I think the highlighter and the blush absolutely work. I just think, you know, I have to go in with a light hand with it, but I love this color story, and I love the formula. All of these are blending so beautifully, And it reminds me of why I love Natasha Denona products to begin with. Like, this is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, let me take that inner corner shade. I'm just gonna use my finger and I'm just gonna pop it. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, wow. That looks gorgeous. I love it. Okay, let me bring you in close so you can see. I absolutely love this. I think it looks really nice. Wow. Okay, let me put some mascara and some lip on so you can just kind of see the finished look. And then we'll talk a little bit, you know, final thoughts. Okay, mascara's on, a little bit of lipstick. I have to say, I am so impressed. I did not, it's not that I didn't think I would like it. I was hoping I would like it. Natasha Denona is one of my favorites. But I incorrectly assumed that the shades would be too deep and that it would look, you know, a little stark on me. And actually, I love it. I love it. I think it looks stunning. The shades on the eye are gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Right up my alley. I love this kind of copper, you know, or bronzy kind of shades. They're my favorite. The highlighter is amazing. It does remind me of the Pat McGrath. We're going to have to do some comparisons on that. The blush, I think as long as you go in for a pale skin tone, I think if you go in lightly, I think it looks perfect. I think it looks amazing. And the formulas in here are excellent. They're Natasha Denona quality. I think this is really good. So some final thoughts. I really love this. I think she did a fantastic job. I hope she comes out with various ones with this type of style, with the, you know, the cream blush and the highlighter and eyeshadows. I hope there's a light version of this. I think that would be awesome. But even if there isn't, this one is great, and I think adapted it to make it work for, you know, my lighter skin tone. I think the shades are stunning. The formula is amazing. I think it's great. I have no idea when this is actually releasing. I'm in the US. It is the end of October as I record this, and my understanding is that it's coming out soon. That's all I have. So if you're seeing this on Patreon, you know, I just don't know. If you're seeing it on YouTube, then it's already been released, and I'll have a link to it, you know, if there is one. But I would honestly, strongly encourage you to pick this up if you're in the market for a face palette, a warm, definitely warm face palette. But the formulas are great. The shield is, I love the shield over the cream blush. The highlighter is stunning. And yeah, the eyeshadows, they worked beautifully. They blended beautifully. You know, I really like it. Really, really like it. So I would definitely recommend picking it up when it is available. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon.